Welcome to another video and episode on my monorail built with fischertechnik, controlled by a BeagleBoard running Ubuntu Linux and a Robo interface, programmed in Python, and also measured with an oscilloscope of which you see the probes. And this is the oscilloscope set to pulse modulation. Last time I experienced several issues, so to say, with movement, with signaling and so on. Motors that fell out on a strange way, in a strange way. One motor keeping running, other motor standing still, etc. I measured slope because it was mentioned that it just could be that the power got interrupted. While I experienced that sometimes, it is not proven that it is really the cause. And now, while setting the whole thing up, I noticed something else, which is actually this part of the track. And if I remove this part of the end track probe, this part I didn't really notice before, but it has an incline, and that is not the intention. So if you want to have some slowing down, an incline is best to do, but I don't want that. So what I will try to do is put it somewhere down, hoping that that is the best solution. And then looking at the construction, and I shall remove the carriage for now. Then this part has the ground rail, but does it move over it? Well, not really, but you never know how it goes. Looking at the other part, so this part where the wheels are, it is just a straight track. Nowhere an incline, nowhere a decline. So is this of influence or not? Well, the only thing to check that is actually run everything. So I'll start the program and see whatever happens. Alright, that didn't go too well. I do see here some signals, but also that the probe connected to the carriage is not detecting anything. So let me readjust the camera. And it once again moves very slowly and stops again. So removing the inclination where I did so far out of reach is that it is no solution at all for now. So how can this be of help? Is it an inclination? Not really. No inclination. It's not going up or down. It is just moving very, very slowly, till a point where you can wonder if it even moves at all. But anyway, still the question, why does it move? Why does it stand still? Good question, once again. So another question is, apart from the fact that it doesn't move, now looking at the oscilloscope, oops, the very strange thing is that the probe on the carriage shows a very flat line, and the end of the track probe, which is the blue line, shows some very strange effects. So when moving it by hand, now it stops again. And I'm just moving it by hand. So slowly moves without being helped. But why? Ah, look at that. I have to adjust the probe a bit. So let's see if that helps. It's just an improvised staple around the rod, and that takes it all, or should take it all anyway. Last time also this crocodile beak. Still the same effect. Still the same effect. It is not connected anyway, not to the ground, but yet when I do this, it works. And why? I don't know. It moved a little. And it is full speed once again. So, interesting. So, let me put it here on the wire. Still the question is, why does it do it? Is there too much weight? In that case, let me stop and reduce weight. It was just balancing weight. And I could reduce some more. it is alright to go on then. Starting the program. Moving it a bit. Well, the program runs, but that's all it does. Strange effect, once again. And here we see the flashing again. And last time the experience was that if I move it back to the start of the track and wait a bit, then it would start again. But does it? Not this time. And something else as well. I experienced some mechanical issue here, which I need to investigate. Because if that is a resistance or whatever mechanical issue, then it won't run fast. It's some mechanical click I feel when I do like this, and that's not good. When examining the wheels, I noticed that these red rings on this side have a slightly different orientation, well, just a different orientation than the others. So I constructed another one with the same orientation. So I'm going to replace this one with this one. Let's see how smooth that goes. Shouldn't be a very big problem, but you never know. And there you go. And this one goes in here. And it's good that it's flexible, but too flexible isn't good either. So now I have to align everything again, but I think it is. I still feel a bit strange thing, and oh, I noticed I put it the other way in. Yeah, that's not the intention. I have to redo this one like this. But I also notice that it is not the only wheel set that is the other way around. And The other one is this one. So I may just as well take it out and look at it, and then one is the other way. But the question is also, is it really the cause of it? And I can only change that by actually changing the setup. So that is one. Putting it in again. Yeah, how to do that? Out is easier than in. There it goes. And this one in. Connector on. It all listens quite close. And now the wheels are not aligned. Now they are. So with everything aligned nicely, and this is the old one. I think it's gone. Only one way to find out. Try. So here goes. From the beginning. Start. And once again, absolutely no signal from here. Does it do anything at all? Not really. While the signal on the oscilloscope shows that there is begin and end signal on the track, or on the begin and end of the track there is signal. But once again, this is working. And no, on exact the same spot there is exactly the same point. And I don't mind that it isn't really vertical, less weight, but it is again at exactly the same place that it holds. And if you listen carefully, you can hear it. So I'm riddled. So there is a problem where it goes on the wheels, I think. It certainly feels that way. Then again, why is the carriage probe completely flat while the program keeps running? I noticed that the connector is gone again. Then it certainly won't run. Now it is connected and it ran for a short bit. and I have a flat line again. Alright. So now it should go the other way, except that it doesn't do anything. And the flashing lights again. So let's stop it. Oops. Well, the start of the track and end of the track gives the signal, just not on the carriage. So I wonder why that is. It's running, well, the propellers are running fast now, as you can see, with spikes, etc. With no movement involved. So let me change the pulse width modulation into slope. At least that's the idea. How can I change it as well? This very much varying. There is this is strange. What about pattern? No, pattern is something entirely different. Duration could be. But now let's keep it to slope again. But then there's a varying voltage if this would be it, if this is correct, which I doubt. So back to pulse. This doesn't make sense at all. This does not make sense. So let me get to diagnose. Oh, right. And then I need to OK this again. File, open. OK. Motor 2. I want to see something right here. See, this is something I would like to see. So why don't I see this when running my own program? Strange. Okay, so why am I not getting anything like these signals with my own program? It's not been the first time, but it raises some questions, and I actually have not really a clue where to look for it, for the answer. If I move it a bit, and it goes quite completely. Why? There's no error. By all means, do something. So, nothing here. Nothing here now. Alright, same signal. And now it only does something when I touch the carriage. I touch the rod now, the power rod. And it drags me away. I really feel dragging power from the propellers. So this is really strange now. It definitely has the power. It just drags me with it. So the velocity it drags my finger with it is the power it really actually has, which is quite strong. Now there's little to no power. And this is all the power it has. So probably there is something in the construction that limits the dragging power. And I wonder why, because this I have never experienced before in this experiments with the monorail, that I feel such a dragging force that it actually wants to go on, and if I let it go, the whole power disappears. Like you have some old-fashioned antenna, it does nothing, you touch it, so your body is an extension to the antenna and you get perfect power or perfect signal. The same idea. Really strange. So what if I do it like this? I close this and I move the carriage to the beginning. I start my program. Let's see what happens then, if anything. I should be feeling the same dragging force, and there is definitely some. It's dragging now also, so quite a new experience. It is not, let's say, vertically inclined, so it is hanging in some angle, as you can see, and that can, and when I touch it on the power rod, it has a force that it just moves forward as I want to. As I want it to. So the big question is why? Why is this happening this way? Anyway, that's it for now. Some weird experiences again, and let alone now. With my hand being dragged on by the carriage. Once again, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, like the video. Follow me on Twitter, retweet and like. Follow me on Instagram and like. Please donate to keep videos coming to you. More information on my website, and this is without a doubt to be continued. Bye bye.